Hold on to your seats. What if I told you that the door to room 313 hides a secret so chilling it defies time itself? It was a foggy evening when the call came in. The hotel's reception, a relic of old-world charm, was disrupted by news no one could explain. A guest found lifeless in a room that had been locked from the inside. As the security team pored over the footage, they discovered the unthinkable. No one had entered or left that room. Yet, here was a death that defied all logic. Welcome to our tale, a journey into the eerie corridors of mystery, where every creak in the floorboards whispers stories of despair and secrets too dangerous to reveal. Investigators, driven by a mix of professional duty and an insatiable curiosity, began piecing together the puzzle. They soon learned that room 313 was no ordinary chamber. For decades, a series of unexplained deaths had haunted this very room. Each case shared the same chilling signature: a guest arriving in hope and leaving in eternal silence. As the detectives delved deeper, patterns emerged like the faint echoes of a ghostly past. Mysterious ailments, sudden collapses, and inexplicable heart stops, all occurring under locked-door conditions. Imagine the shock and dread of every new guest who entered this hotel. For many, the hotel's allure was irresistibly a luxurious escape from the mundane. But behind its gilded facade, an ominous presence lurked, silently chronicling a legacy of death. Eyewitnesses recounted tales of a spectral figure seen in the reflection of a dark window, and of whispers that fluttered through the hallways long after midnight. With every investigation, questions multiplied. Was it a cursed room, doomed to repeat its tragic history? Could there be an otherworldly force, perhaps the restless soul of a long-forgotten victim, orchestrating these incidents? As experts in paranormal studies weighed in, the evidence was unsettling. Historical records revealed that the hotel, built over a century ago, was erected on grounds steeped in mystery and ancient folklore. Each new death seemed to reawaken the tragic legacy of a time when life and death were entwined in inexplicable rituals. But then, just when the story seemed locked in a cycle of despair, a breakthrough emerged. Forensic specialists uncovered traces of a rare toxinone that was undetectable by conventional means. This toxin, they theorized, was engineered to mimic natural causes of death, ensuring that even the most vigilant investigations would be left grasping at shadows. The timing was impeccable, the symptoms eerily familiar. It was as if someone, or something, had perfected the art of clandestine murder long before modern science could comprehend it. As night fell on the hotel once more, the legends of room 313 grew louder. The hotel's management, now forced to confront its dark legacy, decided to seal the room indefinitely. Yet even as the door was bolted and the room left to gather dust, whispers of its cursed existence traveled far and wide. Urban explorers, thrill seekers, and ghost hunters now flocked to the hotel, driven by a fascination with the inexplicably a desire to witness firsthand the shadow that defied time. So here we are, at the crossroads of fact and folklore, where the lines blur and mystery reigns supreme. Room 313 remains a haunting reminder that sometimes the truth is stranger and far more terrifying than any ghost story. And while the hotel may now be a monument to history, the unanswered questions echo through its empty corridors, daring you to unravel the secrets hidden within. This is the story of room 313, a story that challenges everything you thought you knew about fate, time, and the thin veil between life and death. Remember, sometimes the most mesmerizing mysteries are those that refuse to be solved, forever keeping us on the edge of the unknown. A boy vanished without a trace. Hundreds saw him, yet not a single witness saw what happened. And when the truth finally surfaced, it exposed something far more terrifying than anyone could have imagined. It was a sunny afternoon at Westfield Park. Families sprawled out on picnic blankets, children chased each other across the playground, and laughter filled the air. But in the blink of an eye, joy turned to panic. 6-year-old Jacob Miller was gone. His mother, Sarah, had only turned away for a moment to check a message on her phone, to adjust the strap of her purse's mall, ordinary actions that would haunt her forever. Witnesses recalled seeing Jacob near the swings, his bright red jacket impossible to miss. But then, nothing. No scream, no struggle, just gone. Police arrived within minutes. The park was sealed off, every exit blocked. Drones buzzed overhead, canine units scoured the surrounding woods, and officers questioned every witness. Yet no suspect emerged, no clear answers. The footage from nearby security cameras only deepened the mystery. They captured Jacob running, playing, and then disappearing. One frame he was there, the next he was not, as if the earth had swallowed him whole. Days turned to weeks. Flyers with Jacob's face plastered the city. Volunteers searched tirelessly, but no ransom came. No sightings. Just a devastating silence. Just when hope had all but faded. Then, 5 years later, a call. A voice on the line, trembling. An anonymous tipster claimed to know what happened to Jacob. The caller spoke of a hidden world-end underground network of kidnappers operating in plain sight, abducting children without a trace. Inside, what they uncovered sent chills through their bones. Hidden compartments, forged identities, and a wall covered in photographs' faces of missing children. Jacob's face was among them. This wasn't just a case of a single abduction. It was a systematic operation, a web of deceit, built to traffic children across state lines, leaving no trail behind. Victims were groomed, identities altered, and lives erased. After a coordinated effort across multiple agencies, Jacob was found. Hidden in a small, windowless room, he sat on a tattered mattress, clutching a threadbare toy. The officers who entered the room spoke softly, their voices trembling with emotion as they reassured him that he was safe at last. Tears welled in Jacob's eyes, his frail frame shaking with both fear and relief. It was a moment that would remain etched in the memories of all who witnessed it. The moment hope was restored. Alive, held captive just hours from his hometown. His memory fractured, but his spirit resilient. Jacob's rescue led to the arrest of over a dozen suspects, unraveling a vast criminal network. Families were reunited. Those scars remain. And for Sarah Miller, the nightmare had finally ended, but the fight against such horrors had only just begun. This story is a chilling reminder that even in broad daylight, evil can lurk undetected. But it's also a testament to the power of perseverance, of never giving up, even when the odds seem insurmountable. And remember, sometimes the most sinister crimes happen right before our eyes. If you found this story gripping, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more true crime stories that will leave you questioning everything. Stay safe, stay aware, and always keep an eye out, because sometimes what we don't see is the most dangerous of all.
I killed someone, but I don't remember who, or when, or why. That was the confession that sent shivers down the spines of seasoned detectives. A woman named Evelyn Carter walked into a police station and calmly admitted to murder. She claimed it happened decades ago in her childhood home. She said the memories had haunted her dreams for years, growing more vivid and unbearable until she could no longer ignore them. But there was a problem. There was no record of a missing person, no evidence of foul play, nothing to suggest a crime had ever occurred. Evelyn was 53 years old. She had no criminal record, no history of mental illness, yet the eerie precision of her memories, down to the musty smell of the basement and the feel of the cold earth, made detectives pause. How could she know such vivid details if none of it were real? She lived a quiet life, working as a librarian in a small town, and yet she was certain, absolutely certain, that she had killed someone when she was a child. Detectives were skeptical. False confessions weren't uncommon. Some sought attention, others were plagued by guilt for crimes they never committed. But something about Evelyn's demeanor unsettled them. She wasn't seeking fame or absolution. She just wanted the truth. They combed through missing persons reports from decades past. Nothing. They searched old news archives. Nothing. They even interviewed her surviving family members. No one remembered anything unusual about her childhood. And yet, Evelyn insisted. "I can see it," she told them. The basement, the dirt, the The body. It's there. I know it is. With no leads, authorities had no reason to pursue a search warrant. But Evelyn's childhood home still existed, now owned by another family. Detectives convinced them to allow a forensic team to investigate. Not because they believed Evelyn, but because they wanted to prove her wrong. They didn't. Beneath layers of dirt in the basement, cadaver dogs alerted to human remains. The air grew thick with tension as investigators exchanged wary glances. Shovels hit the ground, each scoop of dirt revealing more of the horrific truth. Then, a Gaspone of the officers stepped back, his face pale. "We've got something," he murmured. And in that moment, silence fell over the room. Digging began immediately. Hours passed before investigators uncovered the bone, small, fragile, unmistakably human. Forensic experts determined the remains belonged to a child, a girl. Based on preliminary analysis, she had been buried for nearly 50 years, the exact time frame Evelyn had described. But the most chilling discovery? The girl had been murdered. Evelyn was taken into custody, but there was a problem. She had no memory of who the victim was. No name, no face, no recollection of how or why she had done it. "I just know she was there," Evelyn whispered. "I just know I put her there." The case took a darker turn when psychologists examined Evelyn's past. Hypnotherapy and recovered memory techniques revealed disturbing details. Memories of a woman's voice urging her, hands guiding her memories that weren't her own. Evelyn hadn't acted alone. Further investigation uncovered a horrifying truth. Evelyn's mother, Margaret Carter, had long been suspected of child abuse. Neighbors remembered screams piercing through the walls late at night. A former teacher recalled Evelyn coming to school with bruises, only for her mother to insist she was clumsy. But no one ever stepped in. Back then, suspicions weren't enough until now. And when Margaret died years ago, she took her secrets with her. But Evelyn, just a child at the time, had buried something far worse than memories. In the end, Evelyn was not charged with murder. She was a victim, manipulated by the one person she trusted most. The case remains open, the identity of the girl unknown. But one thing is certain, some memories don't fade. They wait buried deep until the truth forces its way to the surface. And as Evelyn stood outside the house that had haunted her for so long, she felt both the weight of what had been uncovered and the unbearable relief of no longer being the keeper of its secrets. If you found this story chilling, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more true crime stories that will leave you questioning everything. Stay safe, stay aware, and always trust your instincts, because sometimes the past refuses to stay buried.
Like, subscribe and comment.